Okay. KTT, new episode once every 2 weeks. This is episode 26. I am Drift. I'm joined by my co-host.
Bitch, BlackStarXero. Wagwan Mandem.
Okay, and that's how we're bringing in the episode. That's the energy we have, you feel me? So we're going to be talking about One Piece primarily today for the first segment. And then in the second half, we're going to bring back a familiar favorite in Boruto.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Boruto TBV, to be precise. But before we get into any of that, like, comment, subscribe, all of that, you already know how it helps out the algorithm, it helps out the channel. And without further ado, let's start. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Cool. So, the design for Gonko, and for the uninitiated, for like the listeners who don't know who Gonko is in One Piece, by current standards, she's one of 2 celestial dragons that have came to Elbaf to try and recruit Loki. You know what I'm saying? And we finally have like a full body shot of her design. And admittedly, I ain't gonna lie, her lower half could use some more clothes.
The design's controversial.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a little controversial. You get me? But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna get into that. You feel me? For me, luckily it's just one full body shot of sis. You get me? Like full body like that, where it's kind of, you can tell, yo, your lower half could use some more clothes. You feel me? But it's not like overly gratuitous. You feel me? It's literally like the shot that's revealing her full design. You feel me? It's just a part of that design makes you go, alright, you could probably use some more garments. You feel me? You could probably use a little more clothes on you. You feel me? But outside of that, that was really my thoughts. And what's yours?
Largely the same. I don't think it's too gratuitous, depending on how they do it. So if they have the bandages like wrap around her legs, or I don't want to call them bandages.
Which is an interesting thought, because now that you say that can very much be a thing. You know what I'm saying?
So it wraps around her legs.
Because that's why her legs are so naked. You get me?
Exactly. So if it's something like that, if there's a purpose for it, then sure. I think the difficulty that Oda got himself into with this one is just the angle that you showed it from. If it was on like a straight on shot, it might be different, but in this angle it's slightly angled from below. You understand?
You get me?
And then I don't want to call her a lolly, but she's got lolly-ish features.
But that's what I'm saying.
You understand? So that's me maybe reaching too far. Like, I'll admit that.
Okay.
You understand? But I can see those kind of arguments coming from people, from the usual people, just like, jump on anything and critique or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for me, I think the larger problem with the design is just the angle that she was revealed in. You know what I'm saying? It does raise an eyebrow. It's like,
Yeah, again, and very similar to what I said. You know what I'm saying? Like, very similar to what I said. It's like, it's not like overly gratuitous. You get me? It's not like some super close-up panty shot or something.
Right.
You feel me? But upon seeing the full design, like when you see her top to bottom the first time, it does make you go, well, yo, you could be wearing a bit more clothes. You get me? But I can't ever lie. What you said about her potentially wrapping the bandages around her legs, that would actually make a cool design, because I was going to move on to that point. You know what I'm saying? Her whole lower half not having that much clothes on aside, the overall design isn't that crazy to me. I can't lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not blown away by the design at all.
No, I wouldn't say so.
So I feel like that's kind of why I'm latching on to the idea that you just kind of brought up. You get me? Like, I'm kind of hoping something like that does happen. You feel me?
Very edgy Lolita kind of shit.
Like just give me that would be cool. You know what I'm saying? Some bandages on her legs as like when she's getting into the scrap or whatnot. And it would kind of inform why her legs look so naked. You get me? Because if not, we have to keep in mind that you are a combatant, love. You get me? And you're wearing half an outfit. You feel me? Like you feel me? Like, you're wearing half an outfit on some shit. You get me? But okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? We're in and out shit. Bow bow. You get me? Bow bow. That's Gonko done. You get me? Cool. So, moving on. Elbaf. And in particular, the representation, or another representation that we have for Sun God Nikka.
Yeah.
Cool. Your thoughts?
Right. So, I found that discussion, in that hall that they were in chapter 1136.
Yeah.
And a couple of things kind of jumped out at me. One, Luffy actually recognizes, he knows what he looks like when he's in like year 5. You understand? Because when they describe Nikka's features, white hair, white robes, and I think they said something like a white sash or something like that. And then Luffy goes, I can see why it sounds like, why people say sound like me. You remind me of him or something like that. You understand? But it has nothing to do with me. So he's at least aware of that.
On some level, he does acknowledge the connection, the resemblance.
Yeah, you understand? So it's like, all right, cool. So that does look a lot like me, but I ain't got nothing to do with me. You understand?
Right.
Fine. So that's just him rejecting that being Luffy, true embodiment of freedom. I'm not tied to any of y'all niggas.
I was about to say on my errand shit.
Ignore
me.
Cool.
Ignore me, go on.
Right. But the giants themselves, like the idiot Road, he let slip that basically every giant on Elbaf had the same dream. Might not be true, but we can take it as like a consensus kind of thing. They all want to be the sun god.
What?
And then from that, you get different facets of what the sun god is. You understand? You ask 1,000 different people one question and you get 1,000 different answers.
Factually.
So same kind of shit going on here with the sun god Nikka. You understand? He's a destroyer. He's the god of laughter. You know, he's some savior. All types of shit. Different answers you're getting from it. You understand? So yeah, that just got me curious. You know, basically going back to it's like, all right, so what really is this Nikka, Joy Boy, Luffy thing?
Always, I mean, when you ask that question, what like, so okay, cool. This is my interpretation of what you're just asking, right? For me, it's more so what is Nikka. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, Joy Boy and Luffy are better understood than Nikka. You know what I mean? And that's not me saying we have a crazy amount of information on Joy Boy himself.
Sure.
But I understand what you're referencing.
It ties into that, right?
Yeah,
so you're right in that the larger part of the question would be focusing on Nikka, right? Because he's technically the OG. So
I mean, I would say but go on.
You understand? So we have hard facts that Nikka was a thing.
In the world of One Piece.
In the world of One Piece. From before we even got to Elbaf and, you know, giant history start getting dropped, we knew that the giants kind of worshipped him as some kind of savior. You understand?
Yeah.
And then now the king there, or you know, the old guy with the sword through his head,
Yoro, I believe his
Yoro,
name. Yoro,
right?
I believe his name is Yoro.
Or Jarl the king? No, Harold was the king. Jarl.
Yeah, Yoro.
Yeah, cool. So he's saying that the world basically got destroyed twice.
Yes, that did throw me for a six. Throw me for a loop. You feel me?
Understand? So that's why I mentioned the Joy Boy and the Luffy thing. You understand? Like, because they say whenever he appears, the world usually gets destroyed.
What?
You understand? So we had Nikka there. Whatever happened with him, the giants revere him for saving them.
Okay.
Right? And the giants would have some knowledge of what happened 800 years ago if they've kind of kept themselves to themselves.
Okay.
At which point the world did get destroyed because that's when the whole thing started flooding.
I was gonna tie back like the statement of the world being destroyed twice to the statement from Vegapunk that we know that obviously the world was flooded.
Yeah, so it's like, so we have two instances,
cataclysmic like, events.
So maybe the first one was to raise the red line, and the second one is to like boom all the holes in the world.
My question is this: like, so in your honest opinion, do you genuinely, or like, is there something in you that makes you genuinely feel like Nikka is actually an entity, that's something that actually existed, someone that existed? Like, you don't feel like it's more so like just a god type shit.
So all right, cool. So somebody that like ate the fruit and became like Luffy, or like the original embodiment of all of that. So that was just that person.
Well, I suppose let me be more direct of the question. You know what I'm saying?
On.
Like, what do you think Nikka is?
What do I think Nikka is?
Yeah. And of course, blood, it's open to interpretation. Ain't no wrong answer here for like on some shit. You feel me? Come on. But like, yeah, like what do you think Nikka is?
I feel like Nikka is exactly what we see Luffy is. It's just the abilities of the leather fruit, right? And that being said, it's just somebody.
Okay.
You understand? At that time, using their abilities and left their mark. You understand? So yes, I believe Nikka was a real person. I don't know if like, I don't really believe that it was some deity and then that deity's ability then got transcribed onto like a fruit or something like that. I don't believe that.
I mean, but here's the thing. Like, keep the point you're about to make, but the next, like the tertiary point I was going to make is, do keep in mind that the working knowledge is that a devil fruit is made when enough people wish for something.
Right, is what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So I don't feel like people wished for Nikka's powers. You understand? It's more along the lines that somebody desired freedom. You know, the ability to just like be free and exactly. Freedom. Someone's decided freedom, and then the devil fruit become
to know me like model Nikka became a thing.
You understand? Became a thing,
and then whoever ate it would then gain the abilities.
Nikka, you understand?
Okay.
And then go down the line. Okay. Joy Boy down the line. Luffy.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like I'm agreeing with you. Okay,
that's my take.
Because I was firmly against the idea I was firmly against the idea. Sorry, I'll put my hand over my mouth there. You know what I'm saying? Firmly against the idea that like Nikka was any type of actual god in the
Deity,
sense,
god
yeah,
type
because
thing.
we've
Yeah,
never
no.
seen anything of the like in the world of One Piece. You know what I'm
But
saying?
then there's still Emu, fam. That nigga can create people, so who knows?
I mean, listen, gang. You know what I'm saying? That nigga is still under review. You feel me? Still under review. You get me? Like he ain't off the hook yet. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna spin back on Emu. It is still under review. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know if it's a nigga yet. You feel me? We don't even know if it's a virgin. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A guy yet. Sorry. You get me? But yeah, the idea that if enough people wish for something, it becomes a devil fruit. It does make me question. Okay, cool. Where does this Nikka name come from? Where does the name Nikka itself come from? You get me? That's my question. Because even if I roll with the idea that, of course, Joy Boy at 1.8, the Hito know me, you know what I'm saying? And for a time period was considered like Nikka in his run. You feel me? Because you even see it in like the little silhouettes that you see like of him fighting the kings back in the day. You know what I'm saying? He looks very similar to like Luffy. You feel me?
Right.
Obviously, when Luffy eats the Hito know me, he becomes Joy Boy. You know what I'm saying? Cool. And obviously Nikka to some people, you feel me? So that makes me think maybe this name Nikka came from like the first individual to eat the Hito.
It's possible that that's just
You
the
know what
guy's,
I'm
the dude's name.
You know
Or
what
the
I'm saying?
person. I even want to say dude, it might be a woman.
Like the individual's
you understand?
name. You
It
get
might
me?
be the individual's name. Nikka might have been the individual's
Like
name.
just the first individual.
Nikka could also be just like a term from like the language that they had back then, because language evolves over time.
Yeah.
You understand? So Nikka could be either just the person's name,
Yeah.
or it could just be like something that was referred to.
Yeah, like
in
a,
ancient times.
like an ancient term. You know what I'm saying? Like a title or something.
Right, an ancient title or something like
you
that.
know what I'm saying? Okay,
Yeah.
no, I'm rolling with it. I can't lie. I feel like that lane of thinking is pretty safe to go with right now as things stand, because I don't feel like it contradicts any main source of knowledge regarding a Joy Boy, Nikka, Devil Fruits, any of that. You get me?
Yeah, I just to kind of just sum it up, I believe that Nikka, as we know him, come about when somebody ate the devil fruit the first time, right? Or if not ate devil fruit the first time, if they existed well before then that person manifested the Gear 5 abilities for the first time, doing what they had to do, doing some big struggle that freed the giants.
And that individual,
that cemented the legend
that would be
of
the
Nikka.
individual that the legend is built around.
You understand? That created the legend of Nikka.
Okay.
You understand? And then down the line now, obviously, another legend rose up. That's Joy Boy, right? And then I mentioned that Luffy's aware of what he looks like in Gear 5.
Yeah.
Do you think he's aware of the legend he's created behind him? To Luffy, he's just doing shit.
No.
But the shit you have done?
Yeah.
You understand? How many islands have you freed? Liberated without even like intending, like, I'm gonna go liberate that. You understand? Like, some of them you do.
My nigga,
you understand?
From as far back as like Alabasta, you know what I'm saying? Like dead ass liberating kingdoms.
Kobayashi Village, Nami started off with that. Kobayashi Village.
You feel me?
Usopp right after. No, Usopp first, then Nami right afterwards.
You get me? So I'm like dead ass just been going
for thingy. The literal what is it, second or third chapters where they pull up in the village, him and
with the dog.
That's a whole that's a liberating the island, because or at least that village. You understand? Lots and lots of liberation.
So I'm like,
you have a whole thing, man. Everybody
like,
knows your name for like
different
embodying
the
shit.
legacy and like just unknowing.
You understand? And what's the common theme behind that? Liberation. You understand? Like
freedom.
you've been this liberation nigga without even realizing
it, because your focus has always just been on living the freest life.
Exactly. I'm just out here trying to do what I want to do.
Unknowingly fitting the core tenets of what the fruit represents. So that's why I'm like, I feel like the understanding that we have, or at least the hypothesis that we have working with right now regarding like Nikka, is pretty solid. You get me? Obviously, official works can come out and contradict it, but as a hypothesis right now, it's pretty solid. You get me? Can't lie to you.
Then you come to Loki. Right?
Go on.
Jury's still out on him whether or not he's good or evil.
Okay.
But he wants to be the sun god. Just like I said, most giants allegedly have this dream to be the sun god.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm also,
and he's a very destructive guy. Yo, I'm going to destroy the world. We're going to go do this.
Specifically stated that he wanted to be the sun god of destruction. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to say, so many different facets.
Different cultures as well. Different cultures as well. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I kind of look at it this way. Like maybe the Who's Who version we saw was just a different culture's interpretation of Joy Boy. You get me? Because the new little icon tapestry version of him that we see looks very different.
Blood, I'm still convinced that that's a sword in our buff.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, it could very
much be. Different day.
Different day, but
I am convinced that that's the same.
You heard it here first. You know what I'm saying? You heard it here first. Type shit. You feel me? But that's more so what I've been kind of sat there and looking at. I'm like, so now it's not just different titles referring to the sun god, i.e. the sun god of liberation, the sun god of freedom. There's now a sun god of destruction. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, there's now different iconography for the same entity. You get me? So that's what I've kind of been sat there looking at, because I'm like, the version that you see in Who's Who looks very different to the version that you see in Tapestry. You get me? The one in Who's Who has like flame-like hair. That's not me saying anything to do with fire.
Yeah,
but
that's
me
just
saying like that
whatever.
looks like, you know what I'm saying? But then the one you see in like the local icon Tapestry thing in like the recent chapter, that dead ass has like the
but
flow
that one
like
there,
flame
like
thing.
the original one, spear and sword.
Mm-hmm.
This one, sword and shield.
And again, that's another thing that I wanted to touch on. I'm like, in the Who's Who version, it's dead ass spear and sword. You know what I'm saying? In this version, it's sword and shield. So again, it touches on how different cultures might interpret the same entity. You know what I'm saying? It's shit like that. I was like, okay, cool. It may not be the most action-packed chapter, but I mean, don't get me wrong, there was action in it regarding like the celestial dragons and shit. We just ain't gonna touch on that right now.
Right.
You feel me? But I ain't gonna lie, man. You know what I'm saying? It made me think. You get me? But I want payoff. You get me? I want payoff. I don't have to wait.
I need answers. Fuck your payoff. I need answers.
Bro, I don't have to wait 3 years for it. You feel me? Like on some shit. You get me? But that, I mean, that's really the bulk of my thoughts on One Piece this week. You feel me?
Yeah, no. In combination between 1,136 and at the time we're recording this, the leaks have got to like trickle out for 1,137.
Yeah.
So in totality, we didn't really discuss stabs, shanks. Was it stabs, nanks, murderation?
Man, like Shamrock.
GBA.
You get me? Man, like Shamrock
Man,
himself.
like ABH.
Bro. You get me? Man, like this you here, fam. You get me? The
So
most
yeah, Shamrock.
mysterious brother in One Piece currently, fam. It's between him and the man marked by flames. I can't lie to you. But yeah, go on. Shamrock.
Yeah. Shamrock. So any thoughts on that?
Right now, I can't lie to you. I kind of wish they would get around to having the nigga have more of a personality. You get me? Because right now you're just this mysterious hooded figure. Even though we've seen you multiple times on like screen.
We have a bit more about him now, allegedly.
I mean,
we have his full name. We know it's directly Figarland's son, and we know he's also the leader of the God Knights.
And that's good. But nigga, start talking. You know what I'm saying? Start talking. Start like actually doing shit. Let me get your personality. You get me? Because right now, as of yet, you are just a nigga who spawned in a dark cloak, who looks like Shanks. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need more than that, bro. Even Gonko's talking more. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm gonna need more than you just being the mysterious, shadowy nigga. You feel me? I feel like that's coming. But I'm just like, I hope we aren't doing some shit.
Trying to give Dragon a run for his money, yeah?
On my, bro. When I say, yo, Dragon's somewhere pissed. You get me? Like, bro, I thought that was my job. I'm the nigga that's mysterious, not saying shit. You get me? But like, really and truly, my thoughts on Shamrock. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the name reveal. I appreciate the direct bloodline between him and Garling being revealed. You know what I'm saying? Because the implication is, of course, he is Shanks' brother. You get me?
I want to see them apologies.
You get me? He is Shanks' brother.
I want to see them apologies. Everybody used to call Shanks a rat.
Hey,
he a snitch.
Hey,
he a snitch.
Hey, boy.
You understand? I want to see them apologies, fam.
You know how that go, boy. You know how that go. You get me? Like, niggas are loud with the disrespect. You get me? The apologies, usually way more quiet. You feel me? But obviously, I appreciate the fact that you revealed that there's a direct link between Shamrock and Garling. You know what I'm saying? As father and son, and because Shamrock looks exactly like Shanks, the reader that's paying attention can immediately start drawing some conclusions. You feel me? But that's really my thoughts on Shamrock, sorry. You get me? God damn it. You get me? God damn it. But
Shamrock.
Yeah, welcome to Shamrock, fam. You get me? But that's really my thoughts on One Piece this week. You have anything else you want to add to the discussion on this?
Nah, man, we covered pretty much everything. There not for today, a few other bits. God Knights, for example. You understand the fact that they're revealing Loki. Yeah. Not revealing.
Recruiting.
Trying to recruit Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a discussion to be had there. Some other stuff with the wider lower Elbaf and stuff like that. But for another day, for another discussion. Say
less. Obviously, like I said, we will spin back on it. You get me? Like all of that getting hit up, all of that getting divulged. You feel me?
Yeah.
But right now, we're gonna close off the segment there. You get me? And we will catch the listeners in the next one. Love. Okay, cool. So we are back for the second half of the pod. You feel me? Once again, if you're tapped in at this point, like, comment, all of that. We're not going to get into that again. You feel me? But we're talking about Boruto TBV. Again, let's do it. We doing this. You feel me? Zero. I'm going to throw it in your hands, man. Pause. I don't know if I have to pause that, but there you go.
All right, we'll put a pause there just in case.
Just in case.
Right, so we're going to speed blitz Boruto chapter 19. Two Blue Vortex chapter 19.
Word.
Cool. So, chapter starts off with Kawaki taking another L.
What do you...
Just like that. Just like that. The chapter starts off with Kawaki taking another L.
Okay.
Yeah. So remember the last chapter, he goes to bad up Amado to like get the limiters removed.
Word.
Right. So as he's doing that, Sumire walks in.
Right.
Right. And because Sumire walks in, that gives Amado a little chance, and he then activates a code in Kawaki to shut him down like he does with Delta. So off rip, you just take another L. So
hey, bro, they powered Buddy down, fam. That's crazy work, but yeah.
right. Cool.
Hey, man, this cyborg shit get crazy. I can't lie.
I'm telling you. So obviously they have a back and forth throughout the chapter.
What?
All right. Amado is saying like, look, I will do whatever you want me to do. All you need to do is just make sure you implant Kawaki's data into this new clone body I created.
Implant Kawaki's data? Ishiki.
No.
Who?
Akebi. Did I say Kawaki?
Yeah.
My apologies.
Akebi. Okay.
Right? So make sure you implant Akebi's DNA in this new clone body that I created, because that's not Delta.
Okay.
Kawaki's like, yeah, nah, probably don't want to do that. Why she's in Otsutsuki.
Right.
And
valid question, can't lie.
word. Amado said there's a chance it might be, and he's like, yo, you know that I'm gonna kill every Otsutsuki. That don't change. So if I bring her back and she comes back as an Otsutsuki, I'm gonna kill her. And Amado's like, yo, fine, I'm gonna fight. Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
So they kind of argue back and forth about the order of things. Do we wake up Akabi first before I unlock all the limiters, or do I unlock the limiters? Kawaki gets to do everything what he wants to do, you know, his whole revenge plot, and then I get Akebi back. So that's kind of the back and forth of their whole interaction there. But yeah, so we start off with a strong L from Kawaki.
I mean, a strong physical L, right? But a good conversational W. I can't lie to you. He held his own very good conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, held that nigga's feet to the fire. What the fuck? Like, she might be an Otsutsuki nigga. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about ethics, but I'm talking about ethics to a scientist. Never mind. Go on.
All right, cool. Now we come to the Matsuri and Konohamaru section.
Right.
So obviously they're still doing their, you know, ooh, love eyes type shit.
Yeah.
Right? She's still like blushing and all that kind of thing.
She was
My
like,
bros,
can I call you Konohamaru-chan, fam? I was like, ain't no fucking way, boy. But yeah,
and this nigga can't fucking play the long game.
Well, this is
So he's like, yeah, nah, you can't call me that. Only one person gets to call me that. What the fuck do you think happens there?
No.
Yes.
Bro, no,
Yes.
Bro.
Yeah.
Konohamaru, you can't keep selling, bro.
Fumble the fucking bag, bro. Play the long game. You'll have Moegi back, my dude.
You can't.
Nah, you can't call me
bro.
that. Only one person gets to call me that. So sis obviously realized that, oh, what? Only one person. Who is it? Moegi, yeah? Answer, man. So she starts getting irate. There you go. Now you have a fucking pissed off female Shinjo in your hands.
God
well played.
damn it, bro. Konohamaru, you sold, my nigga. And I'm one of your biggest fans. I will never be a stand for a nigga on this earth. You know what I'm saying? But I'm one of your biggest fans. Nigga, you sold a non-combat fucking task, my nigga. You don't have to throw a punch. How you sell, my nigga? Damn.
Thank you.
Bro.
Yeah, bro,
Damn.
all you have to do is just pretend to have the thing.
Like, damn, nigga. Damn. Like,
Yeah,
I'm one of the
stall her long
niggas that
enough.
will, like, I'm one of the niggas that will defend you. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, how do you sell a non-combat situation, gang? How do you sell a non-combat situation? I'm like, bro, Konohamaru, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like, you're making it hard to make the stocks that I've bought for you, like, hold fucking value, fam.
I
Like,
feel bad for you, fam. Like,
Listen.
bro, I ripped that nigga off a long time ago.
God
A
damn.
long time ago. Konohamaru, nah, bro. You have so much work to do to like regain any kind of interest from me. It's ridiculous,
that
bro.
raw, yeah?
Man,
Damn,
trust.
Damn, all right, cool.
Trust.
You were saying though.
Cool. Cool. So, while all that's happening,
Word.
right? Mitsuki and Sarada then take Ryu
Mm.
to meet what's her name? Yodo, the chick, and Arya.
Shouts
The
out
guy
to
that
you.
was wearing the purge
Remembering
mask.
names and that, them niggas is just like San Shinobi 1 and 2 to me, fam. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, nah. I had them entirely switched around initially. You understand? I was like, that's incredibly sexist, bro. Like, nah. Because Arya just sounded, your whole thing's music based, and your name's
You
Yoda.
aren't the first person to have said that though. Like I've seen a lot of people both in YouTube videos and in comment sections like, yeah, I can't lie, their names just seem kind of swapped. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Arya just sounds more like a music based chick name. You feel me?
Right. It's
Hey,
even a musical
shoot,
kind of like
kill me if you want.
term
you feel
or a
me?
name
I'm
or
sorry.
something like that. Nah, Arya.
Kill me if you
Anyways.
want. I don't make the rules, but yeah, go on.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, based on the dialogue that she had with Sarada a while ago, if you
Say
remember,
where you are, bro. I don't think you understand how sickeningly disappointed in that nigga I am, bro.
Who?
Konohamaru, bro. I'm like, bro, bro. Like, nigga, You had one fucking job. You ain't got to throw. How you sell so hard, bro? Damn, but yeah, you were saying. I'm sorry, I had to get it off my chest, bro. But yeah, go on. You were saying.
If you recall the conversation that Yodo was having with Sarada about her being in love, but maybe she found someone to like love her, some shit like that. I think it's probably what 2 chapters back.
2 chapters back now, I'd say. Yeah.
Right. So when they get to meet Arya and Yodo, everybody else is just like playing stupid. Do you understand? But Yodo is sending off bare malicious vibes, and Ryu's picking up on it. Man's like, "Wow, what, bro? Like, why is she glaring at me?" Hey, you understand? Like, completely fumbles the bag, bro.
When I say, bro, Gara is somewhere in that fucking sealed orb he's in, sick as fuck, bro. Hey, bro, you man are selling hard, fam. Selling hard, and by selling I mean you're selling the whole fucking tactics and game away, fam.
Wait, there's more.
Please, no, bro. There can't be more. But
there is more.
Hey, bro, when I say Leaf and Stan, like man said, stand. The Leaf and Sand ninjas need to stand up, bro. What the fuck is this, bro? Sure. a generation after, and your villages are cooked, fam. But yeah, go on. Fuck it, bro. Fuck.
Right.
Yeah. You're saying.
She keeps giving bro the evils, right? Mitsuki manages to turn that whole situation around.
Okay, Mitsuki.
W Mitsuki move, right? He suggests that they can lure out some bait, if they can figure out some kind of bait to get Boruto, right? And then Ryu suggests a soul thorn. Bah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. A soul thorn.
Right? A soul thorn.
Yeah.
Right? He then proceeds to produce a soul thorn.
Wait. As in out of himself?
Yeah.
And he still fully just stood there doing it? So that means any of them can just...
Hold on.
Yo.
He then produces a soul thorn.
Yeah.
Alright? Guess who fucks it up?
Who? Bro. Who, bro? I end this podcast right now, bro. Who?
Who the fuck you think?
Who
the fuck you think?
Who fucked it up?
Yodo. The minute sis saw that, she hopped over to it, and guess what? It wasn't bro's actual soul thorn. He just created it out as fucking black sand, because guess what his fucking ability is? Sand. Right? So he can create the thing like Gara could create like the eye and shit like that. He can do that. You know what I'm saying? So he just creates a fake soul thorn, right? She sides that, immediately unsides it. It disintegrates. A man that, I thought that was gonna happen. Yeah, I knew you motherfuckers were trying to kill me.
The lion, the witch. The audacity of this bitch, my nigga. This is selling to such a high degree. It's like you are directly responsible. You are responsible for the oncoming war. This is an act of war, my nigga. You get me? This was an act of war. What are you doing, nigga? Even if the purpose was to, yes, my nigga, kill them at some point. Right now, we had a very working, calm tactic. You know what I'm saying? And you fucking sold. I am immensely disappointed in the current day shinobi from the Sand and from the fucking Leaf. One of you niggas fumble a non-combat situation, and one of you niggas get tricked by a nigga that was born last week.
Right?
Like, I'm so sick, gang.
Speaking of being born last week, this just kind of proves that Ryu's at least smarter than flipping Hidari.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's bizarre. Ryu's at least smarter, bro. He's smart enough to like lay a trap for these niggas because there was acting sus.
Upon spawning, the first thing he did, while going for our English today, the first thing he did upon spawning as a Shinju is man stood up, hands in pockets, and then like extended a tendril and grabbed cold out the wall.
Sniffed man out the weird little box thing.
You know what I'm saying?
The weird little cube thing they have.
Who the fuck is this?
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, he's always been a sharp fucking shrewd nigga. You get me? And the fact that they learn rapidly, seemingly, I'm like, okay, this nigga Ryu. Stocks are up right now. I can't lie to you. But yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cool. So, he shows 2 abilities. 3 if you want to include the, creating the fake soul thorn thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, 1 is he spreads sand all over the place, and he uses that like a detection skill. So just like spreads it out all over the place, and being in the desert, nobody probably bats at an eyelid.
What?
You understand? So he uses that as a detection skill, so he knows more and he uses it to learn. He says, And the second is the ability to coat people in the sand and then control them like puppets.
Jesus, bro.
Word. Right? So he does that in the chapter and he
Dude.
basically gets them. Ryu does that. So he basically controls Sarada and gets her to start attacking Mitsuki. Right? Didn't go through though. No, it wasn't Mitsuki. He got her to attack Yodo.
As you fucking should, bro.
Right?
Well, my niggas hate Yodo.
But the attack didn't go through because Arya, the dude, has a weapon called the Sand Sealing Sword.
Okay.
You understand? Somebody comes in clutch. So we now have a Sand Sealing Sword to fight against the sand-based Shinju.
Okay. Okay.
You understand? So a man like Arya coming in clutch.
In terms of matchup, you know what I'm saying? You are poised to be able to do something, but I am not gonna lie, I am not enthusiast. Enthusiast. I am not enthused. Thank you, my nigga. Fucking hell. I am not enthused by that by the recent fucking like activities from this group. I can't lie to you. Like, I'm not wild by them. You feel me? Like, I have even if you have a sword like that, this particular group, you have fucked this up so immensely, bro. So completely and immensely. It's like, damn.
I mean, so far, the only ones who haven't stepped out of line yet is Sarada and Mitsuki.
But at
right?
this point, like,
but you've slacked in the sense that you let this nigga coat you in sand and start controlling your body.
But bruv, don't get me wrong, L for them, man. You get me? But we were already playing our fucking role. I'm talking for Sarada and Mitsuki. You know what I'm saying? We're already playing our fucking role. It's Konohamru and Yodo that fucking sold.
Yeah.
You niggas just couldn't stick to the script.
Yep.
Just could not stick to the basic shit. You just couldn't stick to the fucking script and you sold. To the point that we are now in a combat situation with two of the things that we saw one of them on site Gara off screen. We're now in a combat situation with them niggas. And fun fact, one of them can control other niggas. Yo. All of that because you couldn't sheath your fucking sword, my nigga. You couldn't just stay your hand.
Just chill.
Just bake off on some real shinobi shit. God damn.
So now I'm kind of left wondering if you look at the blow up between Sarada and Sumire, then you look at the conversation between Yodo and Sarada, then you look at Matsuri's behavior. Yeah. So obviously she's infatuated with Konohamru. So her thing isn't even like, yeah, I want to eat you kind of thing. It's infatuation.
Yeah,
she's infatuated with Konohamru. And the mere mention of another woman, even though it's literally just another version of you, yeah, she gets very jealous and,
irate over it. Yeah.
Irate over the fact. Then now you have Yodo, who seemingly probably has a thing for Shinki. Because that's the only reason. I can't see you and Gara being a thing, so it has to be Shinki, right? And that's the only reason why you
were so fucking
basically fucked up the whole plan the minute the Shinju got
whole plan that was
within spitting distance. The minute you got there, you were glaring at man, you were sending out murderous intent, and you fell for the bait. The simplest bait in the world. You fell for
and you're a fucking ninja, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you fell for like a trap laid by a nigga that was born last week. I wasn't joking.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this shit is embarrassing, bro. Embarrassing stuff. Like, you niggas just couldn't stick to the fucking script. And up to now, you were poised to actually succeed. Do you know what I'm saying? Konohamru, fucking talk more, play your role. You know what I'm saying? And the other two, just keep Ryu separated from Matsuri and just calm. You get me? Like Sarada was doing when they were conversating. You get me? So I'm like, you, man, fucked this up so completely. It's like, oh boy. You get me? Like, any attempt, any future, this is probably going to get back to Jorah. You get me? And when it gets back to Jorah, it's probably going to look at Konoha a little different now.
Yeah. Because they understand the plan. It's like, oh yeah, the plan was just to like befriend us and then like
and then kill us.
You get me? They know that now.
They know the plan now.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, cool. Maybe our plans for them change now. You get me? But that's my thoughts on it. Right now, I'm not gonna lie. Fire chapter. Even though I didn't read it myself, the coverage, fire chapter, man. I can't lie. Even if it's not punchy,
good
slappy.
Good shit.
You know what I'm saying? In terms of like,
we are so back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? In terms of like accelerating the fucking story. Yeah, man, we here, we active. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is some good shit. The pop off is real. You get me?
And this should be, right? If Boruto actually listens to Kashin Koji, this should be a Boruto-less fight.
Which I'm glad it's been up to now.
That means that the man them on pitch right now, you need to be able to hold your own.
Either hold your own.
And show that, like, when the chips are down, you man can be counted on.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, based off this literal engagement, I am not enthused. You feel me? I am not massively hopeful about that. You get me?
Right.
Like, honestly, I see the Shinju escaping, you get me? And then you, man, going back licking your wounds, you get me?
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. We'll see. But overall, fire chapter.
Yeah.
I will not hold
I
you.
agree.
Fire chapter. You know what I'm saying? Fire chapter. Some good Boruto TBV shit. I ain't gonna lie.
And a good laugh right at the beginning.
You get me? Like, good laugh at the beginning. Like, Boruto TBV ain't really missed. I can't lie. You get me? So, cool. I look forward to chapter 20. You have anything else you want to add to it, my boy?
No. We're good on that. Anything else we can say for another discussion?
All right, cool. Then, without further ado, it's been KTT episode 26. I have been Drift. I've been joined by my co-host.
It's your boy Zero.
And we'll catch you in the next one. Love.